السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته جميعا أهلا وسهلا. Um, so I haven't been doing or going online since Ramadan. Now Ramadan is over. Alhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our siyam and our qiyam in the month of Ramadan. Um, so I have some news, and this is from my observation this particular Ramadan, and some of my observation related to Salah, Ramadan, Siyam, Qira al-Quran, the reading of the Quran, and just looking at different things and looking at the community and the condition the Muslims are in. So I got some sad news the day of Eid or the day after Eid, where a particular brother in our community or here online, my brother who followed a lot of my videos, that he had died, passed away. Now he didn't just die, but he was in the ICU and he overdosed on some drugs. Unfortunately, it was a very bad situation, and it's a I think something that I like to talk about um, in this particular video tonight is that there are serious things going on in our communities and that we need to address. And sometimes things can get lost on social media where a lot of us on social media we are associating with a lot of people or we are participating on a lot of social media things, and we have a lot of things going on in our lives that is detrimental to our health. So I was very surprised to hear that the brother had overdosed on drugs a day after Eid. And this is something that we need to take some lessons from as Muslims. So just the other day, I found out the brother had passed away from the overdose. And may Allah pardon him of his shortcomings and his sins. And it's sad, it's really right after Ramadan, you know, right after Ramadan, right after Eid or the day of Eid, you know, some of us, we go back to our bad habits, and unfortunately, the brother, he didn't make it. But the lesson to be learned here is the events that happen after, which is that the brother is not going to get buried as a Muslim. Even though bi'ithnillah, he died as a Muslim, something that we need to take heed of reverts, and this especially for myself, for us revert Muslims who converted when we don't have Muslim family members, is that a lot of times if you don't have a will, a wasila, a legal will, all right, that's what is written on the paper, but a legal document giving certain individual rights or community rights to bury you as a Muslim and write it out legally who he wants to bury you and things like that, and even having money left for these things. This is a reminder for myself, to be honest. All right, and this is a reminder because a lot of us, we think that because we're Muslim and if we don't have Muslim family members or our direct family members, that when you die and you're not legally married to anybody or your family is not Muslim, that most likely they're not going to follow your wishes and they're going to bury you as a disbeliever, as a Nasara. You know, this is a lesson to be learned from this. And the family is refusing to give this brother a Muslim burial. They're going to bury him in the Baptist church, and this is how he's going to go out. He went out in a sinful way, a drug overdose. May Allah pardon him. And then the next issue is that he's going to get a Christian burial. His family is refusing to give him an Islamic burial, as some of the Muslims are having to his family to convince them. But legally, by law, if you don't have a will, your family's going to have rights, and they will do as they please with your body. And unfortunately, a lot of us who are revert Muslims is that a lot of us, when we convert to Islam, whether our family members who are non-Muslims see it, or whether our non-Muslim family members reveal this or not, a lot of them are upset that we convert to Islam. Many of them be upset that we convert to Islam. many of them have hatred for Islam, right? Even if they don't display it to you. So when you die, in many cases, if you don't have a will, they're going to bury you as a Nasara, a Christian, unfortunately. And they're going to say, we're going to get him back, we're going to give him, he left our religion. We're going to bury him as a Christian. We're going to do this, to get him back because he converted or she converted to Islam. So you need to have will. This is a reminder for myself. And if you're not connected to a Muslim community, who a Muslim community that's not fooling around, because we do have a lot of Muslim communities, especially here in New York, where they're just corner store masjids, I call them, and they're not able to do anything, right? But if you have a Muslim community that you're part of, and you have somebody who will respect your will, legal will, and will fulfill it, and and even if they have to go to court, then we need to be parts of these type of communities. And this happens a lot, unfortunately. This happens a lot. It happened to one of us. It happened to me. It can happen to you, especially if you're not connected with a Muslim community. Especially if you're married to a Muslim woman or a Muslim brother, and you guys are not legally married, this could also happen to you. Because if you're not legally married and somebody passes away, or one of the spouse passes away, and you're not the legal guardian, I mean, you're not the person who's legally married to that person, then their non-Muslim family members could do as they wish with your corpse. So this is a reminder for us, man. That's right. This event right here is a reminder for me, man, to reality check. You know, to reality check, especially for me, to wake up call. And if any of my listeners or audiences are out there, the next thing I want to talk about, drug issues, right? Drug issues in the community, you know, drug issues. There is an epidemic, and unfortunately, the person to give me the news about the brother overdosing was telling me, the Muslim who was telling me, said also their sister had recently passed away from overdosing. And that's something that is affecting a lot of communities, especially the Black community, the drug epidemic. And a lot of us are in the Muslim community are turning our backs to deal with these issues or address these issues. And unfortunately, some of us are struggling with drug addictions. And maybe they're not showing it, meaning that no one in the community doesn't know because they are hiding it. Then we have to start talking about if you have an addiction, you have any drug addiction that you need to talk to somebody to help you get off the drugs. When we look at the drug addiction and people who are addicted to drugs, things get worse. Does not look well for that person. Overdose, especially the fentanyl and the other type of drugs they mixing with it. Coke. Got something here I heard today called Trank. You know, uh, horse tranquilizer for horses, mix it in the fentanyl. And a lot of people are ODing on this type of stuff. They're overdosing and they die. So this is something that you don't want to die on. This is something you don't want to meet a loss of kind of what's out. These things are first, they are from the haramat. These are evil things that are hated in Islam, are hated in Islam, right? Because the destruction that it causes, how it affects a person's mind and the body, and how it affects the people around them. So if there's any brothers and sisters out there looking for some type of help for their addictions, please seek help. If you're one of my audience out there and you listen, or you listen to some of my videos and you need somebody to talk to, you can always find me on Facebook by my profile. You can always find me on Facebook by my profile name. You could also, and if you're not on my friend list, you can still sit in the inbox once in a while, not in the blue moon, but once in a while, I do go over and look at some of my inboxes that are not on my friend lists. I do look and see because sometimes people do send me messages or things like that, or just send me your friend request and hit me in your inbox. All right. or you can leave a comment on the page, or you can leave a comment in the video. But it's preferable if you if you message me, and that could be on two ways, which is going to be it could be by Black American Muslim Opinions Facebook page. It could be Black American Muslim Opinion on website.com. It could also be by my name, Abul Bara Muhammad Amriki on Facebook, right? Just how it's spelled here. And you can always inbox me, and if I'm able to help you or connect you to somebody who can help you out, I will definitely do so. So if anybody out there struggling with these addictions and they want to get off or look for a way to get off these addictions, then please inbox me so I can find you some help, inshallah. All right. And if anybody have any mental health issues they're going through, need somebody to talk to, you could definitely hit me up. Because I was watching today another YouTuber that's very popular now in the manosphere. Seemed like the sister, she seemed like she was having a small mental health breakdown. She was a little bit saddened. She was saddened in the video, and I can see that she is overwhelmed. This particular YouTuber, she's very popular as a sister. I hope somebody in the community or who watches her followers, because a lot of her followers are not Muslim, that somebody reach out to this sister and help her out also. So the mental health is very important, man. Mental health is very important. Mental health is very important. These are things that we don't want to ignore. Anxiety, depression, these things. You don't have to be alone with these things. All right? Anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, whatever you're going through. Like I said, I started out this Facebook group, Black American Muslim Opinion, and Black American Muslim Opinion website due to the George Floyd event. And then I start taking some courses on mental health. All right, so I'll start taking some courses on mental health. Alhamdulillah. So if you need somebody to talk to, and on my channel, I do have some people who are therapists. Sometimes you see me share their videos, or in the past, I have the lectures with them, right, or talks with them. So anybody going through any mental health, definitely you could contact me if you need some type of help or a therapist, anything like that. I will try to put some of my information in the description of this video where you could contact me. All right. So if somebody who's one of the followers, you're going through some of these things, you need some help, know that you're not alone. All right. Know that you're not alone. And if you don't be ashamed about these things. Don't feel ashamed to reach out to help. You know, don't feel ashamed to reach out for help. Right. Don't feel ashamed to reach out for help. Right. The Muslim, we are brothers and sisters of each other, right? We care for each other. Unfortunately, in American society, people don't care for other people. People don't show other people affection. People are not compassionate. People don't have empathy. So I try to be the opposite of that. Show empathy, right? Anybody who needs help, anybody who wants to reach out, anybody needs somebody to talk to about these issues, you could definitely reach out. You can definitely reach out, right? Definitely reach out. I have some people that I do work with who have background in mental health and background in drug abuse, right? I have some people that I work with sometimes that who specialize in mental health issues, who are therapists and drug abuse. I connect you to somebody who can help you out, or we could talk, right? Or I could give you some Islamic guidance on how to deal with these issues. I even have people on Facebook who follow me who also suffer from mental health issues. All right, I do have a handful of people who do follow me on Facebook who suffer from mental health issues, and here and there they ask me questions about what's going on. Right, ask me questions about what they're feeling. Is what they're feeling going on with them real or not? If it's, sometimes I give them the best Islamic advice I can give them, Kitab and Sunnah, and then I try to introduce them if they want to talk to somebody, right? But if you want to connect, you don't have to be alone. You don't have to be alone. All right. So, that maybe I start doing more videos soon I'm not quite sure yet because I'm going to knock out this book that I'm very close to finishing, very close to finishing the editing. Make sure I say that right. I've been talking about this book for a while, but I just wrote the intro, my intro to the book. So I'm going to start. I have to write a second intro for another part of the book, but I'm going to start the editing process for formatting the book for Amazon platform. And as soon as that book comes out, inshallah, I would definitely be making videos about the book, right? Making videos about the book. And that's related to the etiquettes of seeking knowledge in Islam. And then I'm definitely still working on the book project on solutions for African American from Islamic perspective. That's always an ongoing project, ongoing research. I have a lot of the stuff I have done, and I have a lot more research to complete because I don't want to just jump into that book or jump into that subject. I want to cover all my ends, and I am a one man team. I'm a one man team right now. I'm a one man team, but I'm just still contemplating about the brother who passed away. I was contemplating on that, for the last few days. It's a really reflection on ourselves. The law says in the Quran, كل نفس ذائقة الموت. كما قال Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, every soul shall taste death. You know, and the law says another verse in Quran, يا أيها الناس يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. Allah said, all those who believe, or those who fear Allah as he should be feared, and die not except for in the state of Islam. All right? All right? Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, all those who believe, fear Allah as he should be feared, and die not except for as a Muslim. Muslim. Yani ala ta'atillahi subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? On the obedience of Allah, the submission to Allah. Right? And we have seen in the last few days also a lot of popular people have passed away also, right? In the news, you've seen some popular people and some criminals have passed away. But alhamdulillah, the woman who is known for slandering, no, the woman who was known for lying on Emmett Till, she passed away at 88. May Allah give her what she deserved in her qabr. I mean, may Allah disgrace her in her qabr, and may Allah disgrace her in the day of Yom Kippur. Right? Jerry Springer died. It's another one. Another, I had a lot of people pass this week. It's a real reflection on for us. All right. So subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik wa shara la wa ant wa astaghfirullah wa tubu ilayk.